Whatever happened to those peekaboo crows? And whatever happened to the rodeo-does? Phrases, we used to say praises of yesterday. Tell me, just where do they go? Whatever became of those checkers and dominoes and licorice whips? Riding the city bus, having to wear a dress, remember wax lips, two-step, and all the other things we did. Yes, whatever happened to, oh, you kid. Pump it up, whoop-de-doo. Whatever happened to glass bricks, card tricks, a nickel phone call? Whatever happened to skate keys, train fleas, and bootleg alcohol? Whatever happened to wedgies and all the rest?
What became of the virgins?
And whatever happened to breasts? Whatever happened to Jack Stones, trombones, a playing ragtime? Whatever happened to fox furs, his and hers, stag or drag time? Whatever happened to sit-ins, rioting downtown? What became of Goldwater?
He's still around.
Whatever happened to Fly Swatter, Z, Waters, the Lennon sisters? Whatever happened to F, Cats, Nuts, Hats, Luna Vista? What became of the weather vane and the lightning rod? What became of fly paper?
Whatever happened to God?
Oh, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 95, 100. Here I come, ready or not.
Goodbye, Broadway. Hello, friends. We will leave you now with you when we will say goodnight. And I get no kick. You're the one. Shoot, 3, 4, shut the door. 5, 6, pick up 6, 7, 8, integrate. Whatever happened to bebop and sweet milk with cream on top? Whatever happened to wearing a bustle, making a muscle and on his cock? Whatever happened to spin the bottle, wearing braces, friendship rings? Whatever happened to biscuit stopping, belly whopping, and quarter swings? Whatever happened to penny loafers?
Yeah.
Penny candy?
Yeah.
Pennies. Plain old copper pennies. And one thing cheap for J.C. Penney's sold cheap things.
Whatever happened to step on a crack and break your back? Takes one to know one. Hubba hubba, I'm rubber, you're glue. I'll get my big brother after you. Fanny Pinchy, ouch! 2 for Frenchie, ouch! Whatever happened to Lynchy? It's coming back. Whatever happened to what's her name? I'll never forget, oh, what's her name? Oh, you know, over there on a wing and a prayer and that whole crowd.
Oh, I know.
You know?
Doesn't that rhyme with G.I. Joe? 1, 2, 3, 4.
I bet you're sorry now, Tokyo Rose. Sorry for what you've done. You tried to win the war all by yourself for that old rising sun. You stuck a knife into the U.S. of A. Is that what they learned you at UCRA? I'll bet you're sorry now, Tokyo Rose. Sorry for what you've done. Whatever happened to pirate movies? Kids that went to Saturday cinema? Whatever happened to whooping calls? Sinking spells and ice hot animal? 1, 2, 3, 4. Whatever happened to do dance? Count to 10 when you got mad. War, film, the telephone hour, the woman who sold those paper flowers.
Don't cry, lady, I'll buy your crummy flowers. Don't cry, lady, I'll buy your pebbles too. Don't cry, lady, take off those old eyeglasses. Mother, I knew it was you. You, Mrs. Goldberg. Pencil boxes, inkwell,
Toenail polish, rummage sales, Joan Crawford hairdo, Joan Crawford shoulders. Whatever happened to Joan Crawford?
tap dancing, inner sanctum.
Whatever happened to punishing kids? Razor straps and when you spank them, wah!
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch ya.
Two-step and all the other things we did. Yes, whatever happened to, oh, you kid.
And on the 5th day he created man, and man was the master of his domain, and man ruled over all the creatures that crawleth and creepeth and flieth upon the earth. And so it came to pass that first man was called Adam. And Adam was the only creature upon the earth without a helpmate, and so from Adam's rib was created Eve. The Lord moves in mysterious ways.
Eve, I'm home.
Where have you been?
Where have I been? You know perfectly well where I've been.
All I know is that every morning you leave the clearing
And you don't come home until the big red ball in the sky is down.
Big red ball in the sky. Eve, that's the sun.
You just made that up, Adam. Now you know you did. Where do you go?
Eve, I told you 1,000 times I'm just out naming the animals, that's all. Just naming the animals.
Well, at least you're meeting somebody. I have to stay here this long.
Oh, you think I enjoy naming the animals? You think it's just one big load of fun, don't you? Who do you think I'm doing it for? For me?
My husband, the animal namer.
All right, Eve, knock it off. Man likes to come home from a hard day's work of naming the animals and relax. I mean, if he can't come home to paradise and relax, what the hell's it for?
You watch how you talk to me, Adam. After all, I'm part of you. I came from your rib.
Yeah, fat rib.
Adam, you are a jackass.
Listen, Eve, I name the animals around here. That's my job.
Ah, some job. Where are you ever going to get with a job like that? Why don't you become a professional man?
Oh, that's the problem. You just don't understand my career. Why, I could walk up to a rabbit and say, "You're a stick," and what difference would it make to you? I mean, what difference would it make ages from now if a little boy runs out and says, "Oh, look what the Easter stick left me."
Well, what do you care about me? You don't care what I do here all day long, do you? Straighten up the clearing. Wash your fig leaves.
Now, that's another thing I've been meaning to talk to you about, these fig leaves. They keep shrinking. Now, look at this one. It's so small, it's uncomfortable.
Oh, come on, Adam. You'd have plenty of room if you were just wearing a pussy willow.
Watch it! Watch
I
it!
ought to know.
I name the animals around here. Eve, what in creation do you want?
What do I want? Just a little love, a little understanding. Oh, Adam, sometimes I think you were happier when it was just you and the animals. Adam!
Eve, you know you're the only girl in the world for me.
Oh, that's the whole problem. You take me for granted. I never get my way about anything. Even in the beginning,
So we're going to bring that up again, are we? Eve, I've told you 1,000 times it was just impractical to have a big wedding.
Mr. Logic, don't you have any romance in your soul, Adam? Can't you ever change? Can't you turn over a new leaf?
Eve, there's no sense bickering about this. I'm going to go out and wash up for dinner. When I come back in, we'll sit down and talk about this calmly and logically, okay?
Yeah.
Do you want me to bring anything from the two-legged egg layer?
That's a chicken.
I name the animals, Eve.
Oh! Everything you could possibly want in this Garden of Eden, except what we need the most, a marriage counselor. Oh, I have to do all this myself. Ah! What are you?
Golly, I don't know. Your husband named me first, and I forgot.
Oh. Well, if he named you first, you must be an aardvark.
No, that doesn't sound like it.
Well, what do you want?
Well, I'm here to help you, Eve. You mind if I call you Eve? Eve, I know you're unfulfilled, Eve, and I've got something here that'll help you. Wait right here, Eve.
Okay.
Don't go away. Take it, Eve.
What is this?
It's an apple, Eve.
Well, why do you keep sticking your tongue in and out like
I
that?
hate the taste of apples, Eve.
Well, what do I do with this?
Huh. Oh, no. Well, just take a bite of it, Eve, and then get Dummy to take a bite.
How will that help?
You'll see, Eve.
the animal.
I gotta be slithering off now, Eve. Just remember, get Adam to take a bite of the apple, and whoopee.
Mom's the word.
Maybe I'm a mom.
Okay, Eve, what's for dinner?
Bananas.
Okay, let's have one.
What's the matter?
Just a little soft right there on the end.
Gripe, gripe, gripe. Oh, Adam, I'm so empty, so unfulfilled.
Here, have another banana.
I want you to try a bite of this.
Eve, isn't that an evil manifestation?
No, it's a red delicious.
Oh, I
What is that? Well, it's just a little something something I picked up in the jungle.
Oh, I see. Gee, if I could just figure out what to do next, who knows what we may beget.
Who cares? Let's go out and raise a little cake.
Oh, my, it's bodacious hot out here on the old veranda. I wish I had a little old mint fuel to cool me off. Pretty soon I'm going to hear a little voice in the background calling me. Miss Scarlett! Miss Scarlett! Oh, Miss Scarlett! Miss Scarlett, the Yankees is coming. The Yankees is coming to Atlanta. Oh, Prissy, ain't nobody coming in here till we get that rapid transit. Oh, Miss Scarlett! Oh, Miss Scarlett! Miss Scarlett, you know what? No, what? The slaves is revolting! The slaves is revolting! Oh, come on, Prissy. I know they're tacky, but they're not that bad. Oh, Miss Scarlett, look at me. I'm just pale with fright. I hadn't noticed. Miss Scarlett, the Yankees is coming, and they're going to raise and pillage, raise and pillage. Oh, in that order, I hope.
I never could stand Melvin. Why I married him, I'll never know. But for 17 miserable years, I said, Melvin has got to go. I tried poisoning cakes, stripping his brakes, salting his pork chops with lime, wiring his chair, igniting his hair, and playing with fire is a crime. But I failed at each plot, till I suddenly thought of a way that would set me free. Would it work? Sure it would. I got rid of him good, and they can't do a thing to me. I took him back to riches. They'll take anything back, you know. They said they could not recall selling him, but they must have if I said so. They just credited him to my account and said, y'all come back now, you hear? They're so nice and polite and insistent I will. I'll take back his mother next year. I'll take her back to riches, where they love their returns with a pash. They love them from Allen's and Regenstein's, and for Davison stock they pay cash. But if you're out at riches and passing the notions display, don't buy a creep named Melvin Welch. You'll just take it back the next day. They'll take anything back at riches, though it's broken and rotten and spoiled. And that's how they grow. So enormous, you know. Today, Lennox. Tomorrow, the world.
Good evening and welcome to CBS Carbon Paper. Tonight we probe the New South. Times have changed. The Old South is gone with the wind. However, preconceptions linger on, and tonight to dispel these old myths, we're interviewing a typical suburban housewife from the New South, Mrs. Oscar Stenchcombe. Come in and be probed, Mrs. Stenchcombe.
Hey, how you?
Good evening and welcome to CBS Carbon Paper.
Oh, thank you very much.
Tell me, has the South truly changed much?
Oh, my, yes, and for the better, too.
Is it true that organizations like the KKK have gone forever?
Oh, wasn't that awful? Why, I remember when I had to go down to the city morgue every Monday morning to get my clothesline back.
And that's all changed.
Since we got automatic dryers.
Then you're all very modern then, all modern conveniences.
Oh, my, yes. Why, I haven't even seen a spittoon since last Tuesday.
Very colorful. Mrs. Stenchcombe, the rest of America still thinks of the South in terms of a streetcar named Desire and, cat on a hot tin roof. What have you to say about that?
Well, I say they just have dirty memories. All that is past history.
Then you would say you're living a good life down here.
Yes, I would say we're living a good life down here. Climate's good and the economy's sound.
I want America to remember that Peyton Place is in New England. They burned down Watts and Detroit, not Atlanta. We have the ideal life down here.
Then you're living the good life.
Oh, yes, indeed. Good, clean living and prosperity.
That's a lovely fur.
Oh, you like it?
Uh-huh.
I didn't have to do a thing for it.
Mrs. Stinchcomb, is there anything else that would make the South more perfect?
Well, there is one little thing that might help.
What's that?
Slaves.
Is there a Clavern in your town?
In your town.
If not, then why not have us down?
Have us down.
You'll never recognize us. There's a smile upon our face. We're changing all our dirty sheets.
And cleaning up the place.
Yep, since we got a lawyer and a public relations man, we're your friendly liberal neighborhood Ku Klux Klan. Yes, we're your friendly liberal neighborhood Ku Klux Klan. Since Congress took us from the fire to the frying pan, of course we did shoot one reporter, but he was just obscene.
And you can't call us no filthy name.
What does Anglo-Saxon mean? Alaman left, Alaman right. The ladies' auxiliaries meet tonight, cause the Klan's collected so much cash
That now, by gum, we're rich white trash.
Now we've heard it said our leadership's not qualified to lead, but I'm telling you that just ain't true. Why, 3 of them can read. Take a grand exalted dragon. Now some folks think he's bad, but you should meet his sweet old mother and her brother, who's his dad. Yes, we're your friendly liberal neighborhood Ku Klux Klan. And he's gonna run for governor soon as he's out of the can. We're all from fine old families, the pride of all these hills. Yep, 7 generations had the same illegal skills.
After rally the other night, shot uptown in a fury.
Luke's arrested,
Pa's on trial,
And the rest of us are on the
jury.
Now we've heard them call us deadbeats, but we like to say we're not. We'll all stand on our records,
And that's one thing we've all got.
and we only have that arsenal, so you won't raise no fuss. And if you don't like that, then call the cops, but the chances are they're us. Yes, we're your friendly liberal neighborhood Ku Klux Klan. Do you remember us, the good old boys who always hit and ran? Now we never learned to hold a job, and we never learned to write. But boy, we sure have learned the ropes.
Cause we use them every night.
Now we're out to show the Congress that we're oh so nice and right. They said we always took the fifth,
But we drank that all last night.
and those dirty lying witnesses, Lord forgive them what they speak. We would go to church and pray for them.
Except we blew it up last week.
Yes, we're your friendly liberal neighborhood Ku Klux Klan, and we should have thanked that lawyer and that public relations man. So we're sorry that we hung them, but they did have quite a tan. And it sure confused your friendly liberal, misunderstood your friendly neighborhood Klan who says,
What's wrong with the hood?
your friendly liberal neighborhood Ku Klux.
Grab a Cadillac and head for the hills.
And now, as if by magic, we bring you history in the making.
The story of sex.
It is a little-known historical fact that sex was discovered late one night in the year of 1844 by Max and Ethel Brown of Ludwig, Georgia.
Max, what was that?
I don't know, Ethel.
Woo-wee!
Wowie?
What do we call it?
Gee, I don't know.
How about baseball?
Okay.
But what did Max and Ethel Brown know? Yet their discovery struck a responsive chord with good Americans everywhere. It wasn't long before controversy swept the country and everyone was taking a position on sex. Miss Greta Farquhar of the Ad Hoc Committee for the Abolition of Sex and Other Dirty Things said,
Yuck!
Miss Debbie Doolittle of the Ad Hoc Committee for the Advancement of Sex and World Peace said, her boyfriend said,
Gee, that's some baseball.
Senator Grafton Slipshod rose in the hallowed chambers of the United States Senate to proclaim a ban on sex as a communist so-called liberal plot to integrate Southern schools. Senator Slipshod said,
It's dirty.
his wife said.
Shut up, dum-dum.
And so for many years, sex was quiet. It lay dormant until the late 1800s when baseball was really discovered and people had nothing to do on Monday nights while the teams were traveling. Max and Ethel Brown, of course, continued to develop and refine their invention even to the age of 68.
What was that again, Max?
Yeah, I forget that.
Oh, I forget too.
I think it was football.
I believe you're right.
But what did Max and Ethel Brown know at 68? It was about this time that sex began to spread like a hot flash.
Admiral Dewey brought it into Tokyo Bay.
Where it was very wet.
Stanley presumably brought it to Livingston.
Where it was very dark.
Tinkers brought it to Everett.
Evers brought it to Chance.
It became known as the double play.
Albert Schweitzer, unbeknownst to him, brought it to darkest Africa.
Unbeknownst.
Well, he didn't know what the hell it was. Henry Miller, beknownst to him, brought it to darkest France.
Frenchmen everywhere were quick to comment.
Voulez-vous coucher?
French women everywhere were quick to comment.
Shut the door.
Despite a high tariff wall constructed by the House of Commons, sex sneaked into Britain. The Queen said,
Long live the king!
The King said,
Long live the Queen!
The King and Queen together said, As sex spread throughout the world, its stock rose and rose. It soon became overinflated and the stock market crashed.
Businesses fell off.
It was very depressing.
Then the hobnail boots of Hitler's armies began to clank across the cobblestones of Europe, sending our brave young men up to fight a war against tyranny. For the time being, sex was forgotten. Finally, the war was won and everyone was happy.
Hooray!
Our brave young men and our brave young women in uniform took off their uniforms and took up where they left off.
Let's see, Max. Where were we?
I forget, Ethel.
Oh, start in the old place.
Yeah.
The population exploded.
Boom, boom, bang, bang.
The president of Planned Parenthood said,
Whoops.
sex was sweeping the world. Politicians everywhere took up the rallying cry.
One in every hand.
Two in every bush.
Until today, sex is enjoyed everywhere, from the snows of Kilimanjaro
Where it's so cold.
to the valleys of San Fernando.
Where it's awfully hot.
In every nook and cranny, crack and crevice, hill and dale.
Sometimes even in the bedroom.
And even today, in their modest little home in Ludowici, Georgia, Max and Ethel Brown live on at the age of 140, safe and secure in the knowledge that it was their skill and agility and a little bit of luck that brought joy and happiness to a troubled world.
Ethel, I got it.
Max,
Yes?
keep it.
Peachtree's a street that is noble and fine. A street no Atlantan could ever malign. We're used to the racket, we're used to the din. They are tearing up Peachtree again. They're tearing up Peachtree again. It's Friday at 5, and the rain's coming down. The traffic is inching, it's way out of town. When everything stops, 'cause those big swinging men, they are tearing up Peachtree again. They're tearing up Peachtree again.
When Sherman's blue troops were marching this way, they got to the edge of the city one day. The men in artillery just couldn't get in. They were
Tearing up Peachtree again, back then. They were tearing up Peachtree back then.
Oh, I know I must die, but I want to come back. I hope they will take me to Peachtree's new crack. Just haul down my coffin and throw it right in. They'll be tearing up PEACHTREE again, again. They'll be tearing up PEACHTREE again. When Judgment Day comes, and they say that it will, the angels will sing, and the earth will stand still. The heavens will ring with a thunderous amen. Then they'll go back to tearing up PEACHTREE again. They'll be tearing up PEACHTREE again, 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 again,
Come with us into the world of the athlete. Experience the thrill of victory, the agony of defeat, the stifling stench of the dressing room after the game. Come with us into the wild world of sports. This evening, Wild World of Sports visits with the internationally famous Russian woman athlete, Ninochka Smirnov. Welcome, Miss Smirnov, to Wild World of Sports.
Thanks to you very much.
You are Russia's leading high jumper, is that
Yes,
correct?
yes, that is correct.
You used to be a javelin thrower.
Yes, but I gave it up.
Why is that?
It is very difficult for a woman to throw the javelin.
Yes, I suppose.
Raise your arm, lose your
Yes,
charm.
I see what you mean. Russian women athletes are among the finest in the world. Can you tell us why?
Training. We train long and hard. Why, even in the winter, we run the cold plains of Siberia with nothing on but our tracksuits.
You must have big goosebumps.
Oh, you ought to see my sisters.
Oh, yeah. High jumper, can you tell us how that happened?
Yes, there were two of us who threw the javelin, me and Sonia Petrovska.
I see.
One day I was limbering up for a throw. Sonia came from behind with a cool javelin.
Oh, yeah.
Yup. Clumsy Sonia, we called her. Felt
Yes, you became a high jumper.
what else?
Yes, thank you, Miss Smirnoff. Come back and see us anytime. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Now we'd like to bring you... Thank you. We'd like to bring you another famous woman athlete. This time the queen of the skydivers, Miss Hilda Strapp. Welcome to Wild World of Sports.
Oh, it's a pleasure to drop in.
Yes, fantastic. I suppose all of that jumping has given you the famous name, Rabbit.
I thought this was going to be about skydiving. Let's keep it clean.
Sorry about that.
Oh, boy.
Yes, Hilda, you've had some famous falls in your time, haven't
They
you?
were very close falls.
Oh, really?
Yes.
You want to tell us about it?
Okay. We were up in the plane at 3,000 feet.
Right.
I jumped out of the plane,
Right.
reached for my ripcord, and pulled my bra strap instead.
Oh, that is dangerous.
I almost smothered.
How'd you come out of it?
Made a 4-point landing.
Oh, I see. 4 points?
My feet touched, too.
I see, yes.
Oh, boy.
Hilda, you must have had some trying times in your...
Oh, I did. I was a member of the Grand Championship.
Oh, really? You want to tell us about those?
Okay. All right. We were up in the plane at 5,000 feet.
5,000.
I jumped out of the plane, turned somersaults, cartwheels, flip-flops.
Right.
Thousands of people on the ground, watching me through binoculars, watching my every move.
Because of your marvelous form.
No, I forgot my jumpsuit.
No. That is a horrible thing.
You saw it too?
Hilda, when did you start skydiving?
Oh, about a year ago, and it was quite by accident.
By accident?
Yes. We were up in a private plane, and we had all these parachutes just for safety.
I see.
Another passenger caused me to leap out of that plane.
Oh.
I forget her name.
Oh, that's a shame.
Hey.
You remember?
It was Clumsy Sonia.
Thank you, Hilda Strapp. Many people feel as though their athletes are great on the gridiron, they're not so good in the classroom. Here to refute that theory is an All-American who's getting his master's degree. Welcome, Rick Bronsky, All-American. Yes, it's true that athletes are not so good in the classroom, but you're getting your master's degree.
Yes, I am. I'm getting my master's degree.
What are you getting your master's degree in?
I'm getting my master's degree in home economics, Chris.
Isn't that a little unusual for a football star?
Yes, it is. Most of the fellas never finish. It's pretty rough, Chris.
But you?
I'm dedicated. I believe that getting a education is more important than playing an game. I believe that.
This is true, Rick. The number of points on the old scoreboard 10 years from now won't mean a thing.
That's right, Chris. I believe the fella's going to get ahead in this world. The fellow can bake a flaky pie crust.
Oh, yeah. Well, would you mind telling us about the Notre Dame game?
I'd rather tell you about my banana cream pie.
No.
Banana.
In the Notre Dame game, you just leaped over those tacklers. Can you tell us how you did that?
Yes, I can. And foreign exchange student taught me that. Called her Clumsy Sonia. Right.
Goodbye, Metrical and cottage cheese. Hallelujah. Goodbye, low-caloric recipes. Hallelujah.
The days of self-denial are past.
For it says in this month's issue, above at last. It's fashionable to be fat. It's fashionable to be lardy. You now can feel moral when winning a laurel for looking like Oliver Hardy. It's fashionable to be plump. It's fashionable to be chubby. The new look's the fake look. The new porky pig look is changing each Twiggy to Tubby. Eat, eat, stretch your stomach and soon you'll be rolling in clover. Eat, eat, float your body. It's chic to look pregnant all over. It's fashionable to be huge. Say goodbye to the days of Jack Sprat. Just let out those waistlines and stick out those chins. It's fashionable to be fat.
May I have this dance?
Oh, I love it, thank you.
Oh, you dance divine.
Oh, thank you so much. Do you reverse?
Certainly. Jam it in your mouth,
Cram it in your face.
ram it down your throat.
Stick it up your
Eat yourself purple with lots of coconut macaroons to fill you up like big balloons. Grab anything you can munch on or lick. Fresh fruits or refrigerables will turn you into dirigibles. They'll have to roll you down the street with a stick. Sing, yeah. Hey, nanny, nanny, rum cake with butter sauce, strawberry sundaes and cherries jubilee. Hey, nanny, when you're asleep at night, try taking glucose intravenously. For it's fashionable to be gross, from your fat body feet to your hat. Forget about dollars, start thinking in pounds. It's fashionable.
Be the only one on the block shaped like one.
It's fashionable.
last one to the refrigerators, Audrey Hepburn.
It's fashionable to be fat. Land of Lincoln, huh?
That's right, Sheriff. Land of Lincoln.
Well, Mr. Land of Lincoln, that's a mighty nice little car you got.
Why, thank you very much, Sheriff. It's a Ferrari. Ferrari.
One of them foreign jobs. Huh?
Yeah, that's right.
Don't believe in buying American, huh?
Well, I do buy savings
And
bonds.
support them federal bureaucrats. Yeah, I know all about it. Well, that's a mighty nice little car. Nice color, too. Goes right nice with them Illinois plates. Know where you are, son?
Well, Sheriff, when I came into the city limits, the sign said, Ludowicki, Georgia. Home of the speech, Rabbit said right under it, I remember.
That's Ludowicki, son. Don't you forget it.
I don't think I ever will, Sheriff.
We're proud to support our local industry.
Yeah, I'll bet you are.
Let me see your operator's license.
Let me take it out.
No, leave it in. Stanislaus Bronick Count.
That's right.
One of them foreign names. I hate commies. Do away with them all. Get our boys back to Fort Benning.
Sheriff, you sound like a hawk.
No, I'm an elf. Been an elf for 15 years.
Yeah, well, what'd you stop me for, Sheriff?
Speeding.
Speeding?
Speeding.
Look, Sheriff, this isn't fair now. I warn you, I'm a member of the AAA.
I thought so. Let me smell your breath.
Look, Sheriff, I couldn't have been speeding. I've been following that tractor up there for 20 miles, and, well, he hasn't gone over 25 miles an hour.
Speed limit for tractor, 30 mile an hour,
Well?
10 mile an hour for Ferrari. Mr. Stanislaus Bronchitis.
Gronkowski.
Good night.
Look, what's the fine, Sheriff?
$350.
Why, that's outrageous. Look, you're discriminating against, well, sports cars.
You're right. I hate them all. Let them drive on the same highways. Pretty soon they want to park in the same garages.
Yeah, well, this sure's a dirty, rotten, underhanded racket you're running down here.
Maybe, but it's the only thing we got since they closed the clip joint.
And you Southerners are certainly backwards.
Now, why do you say that?
Well, when I came into town, I passed the Chevrolet place.
Yeah?
The sign out front said they'd just gotten in their new models.
What's wrong with that?
They were 63s, Sheriff.
That is kind of funny.
Yeah, what'd I tell you?
You mean they skipped a whole year?
Yeah, they skipped a... Look, Sheriff, will you just let me pay the fine and we'll get out of here?
Where you headed, son?
Well, if you must know, I'm going down to Sebring for the big race.
Oh, yeah, read all about that. That's called the Grand. Never mind the speeding ticket, son. I'm taking in for trash mouth. Come on.
Miss Blanche? Miss Blanche?
Oh, there you are, Miss Blanche. Hey, what you doing?
Painting. I am painting magnolias
Well, why do you paint magnolias, Blanche?
because they are delicate and perish easily. They are like the spirits of doves, ripped by cruel hands from the fluttering defenseless birds. I paint them before they wilt.
Speaking of wilting, Blanche, it sure is bodacious hot today.
Oh, yes, I know. That's why I came out here on this dusty, shadowed veranda. I would do anything to be cool. I would like to fan myself or have a nice tall ice drink or unbutton my blouse. I would do anything to cool my fevered flesh.
Well, Blanche, honey, I ain't got no fan. And I ain't got no tall ice drink.
Why, baby Bo Stud, I do believe you are being presumptuous.
Now, come on, Blanche. Come on, honey. Come on, Blanche. You know I want you.
Want? What is want? I don't need desire. I have been desired. I was nearly desired to death in a cornfield when I was 7. I need affection.
Well then, Blanche. Blanche, honey, let's get married. Blanche, let's have something spoken.
Married? Oh, do I dare? Ever since that one terrible time in the cornfield when I was 7.
Yes, it must have been terrible, Blanche.
Well, it was before civil rights.
Oh.
You see, baby Bo Stud, I am like the fluttering doves, afraid of wilting.
Come on, Blanche. Come on, honey. Come on. We ain't even cousins. There'll be none of that old interbreeding.
I think we should tell my mother.
Where is she, Blanche?
Down on the levee, waiting for Robert E. Lee.
Blanche, honey. Blanche, darling, that steamboat, it don't run no more.
It is not a steamboat. It is a field hand.
A field hand? Well, Blanche, when'll your mother be back?
Soon as the sensual darkness of night has masked and intensified our differences. Oh, how can I, a plucked magnolia, leave this house, bell wretch, my ancestral home?
Ancestral, Blanche, honey.
That too.
Hmm.
Oh, baby Bo Stud, you are the only man I have ever loved. You are the only man I have ever desired. You are the only man who has ever been in my gazebo. Oh, I think we should tell my father.
Your father, Blanche?
Yes.
Where's he?
Down on the levee, waiting for Robert E. Lee. And it came to pass, that in this great nation a voice was heard that spaketh not, saying,
Arise and get thee hence to an A&P.
A&P, 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 A&P.
And the people went forth running, for he who is running knows.
Running nose, running nose, running nose.
I know my stamps shall be redeemed unless they're lost or stolen or torn. They lead thy people out of gold bondage. The King of stamps is the King of corn. Behold, they give you stamps when you buy a leg of lamb, and Kroger makes you take them when you don't give a damn. And if you visit Forest Lawn, you'll get some if you leave.
The stamps you get with birth pills, my dears, you can't conceive.
She can conceive.
Leave there are many dominos and wafers of Nabisco. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Cuando caliente el sol.
It's not that kind of Latin.
From Bethlehem steel.